Okay, so a content creator was saying that black men don't overrepresent when it comes to sexual assault and sexual violence. Black American men, there's it's 1% of the population that's actually sex offenders that are actually um, on the registry. That's of people caught, by the way, um, and not plead down or, completely convicted and so forth. But of those people, specifically, it's twice the population representation to white Americans, basically. So the rate of black Americans who are sexual offenders, black American men, is twice the rate to white American men. So, yeah, black Americans definitely do overrepresent themselves. And honestly, it's not really black American men's fault. Specifically, it's got to do with the genetics. If you actually pay attention, sexual offending crimes basically run in the family, generally. And you're 5 more times likely to be a sex offender when your father is a sex offender. If you pay attention with black American men, they are literally pretty much like the grandchildren of rapists, basically, because of the history of black Americans with rape. 1/4 of black Americans' ancestry comes from violent sexual offending slave owners. So rapists, basically. So 1/4 of their ancestry comes from that. So different generations have about basically each person is basically a grandchild of a maniacal, violent, slave owner, basically. So those genes have been carried down, and of course, since they've been carried down, there's going to be a higher percentage and a higher case of sexual offending among black men. So I just wanted to point that out because somebody was saying that white men were the majority of sex offenders. Yes, they are by a population, but white Americans are the majority at everything because this country is majority white. Now, are they overrepresenting their population? No, actually, white Americans underrepresent their population when it comes to sex offending. It's 42% of the population of sex offenders are white, and white people are 60% of the population. So they definitely are underrepresenting themselves. People who overrepresent themselves are black Americans and Native Americans. So, yeah. That's all I wanted to say here. It's just, I don't use this as a reason to talk against black men. I feel like our genes have been constantly put in a small, shallow, gene pool. We don't have much variation because of many anti-miscegenation laws. And people like the guy talking against interracial relationships and so forth, that is, I think, specifically what contributes to this is us basically reproducing with the same population of black American people. If we reproduce more with African people or people outside of our group, we are more likely to make more variation in our gene pool. So you're only exacerbating the situation. So that's all I have to say in this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe, comment down below, and have a great day, guys. Bye.